Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and the Aflac Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Miami's offense will get the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Got his man downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. You started the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week.
Turning it on! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Hurricanes are rolling down the field. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second one there.
Wide open downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Off play action on 1st down. Touchdown, Canes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. So Florida's offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, if there is an old warhorse, a real facility. Here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy.
Breaks into the open. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Second down, he'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give from the gun. The Gators line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a minute to talk about Miami. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two points.
There he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. He now has 61 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. They're going to ride this running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, 2nd and 3rd and 1, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. He leaves it with his back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, the give, looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it, 1st down and more. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat, too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab on the left side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got his man. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They bring the punter onto the field now. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Lost to fire on second down. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page.
Oh, he's got some space. He's up to 94 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their...
Turning it on! Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, you're used to seeing fade throws down in the red zone. Not this time, though. And I like that idea. Sometimes as a quarterback, I just look out there and I say, look, if it's press man coverage and I've got a guy that I know is quick off the line of scrimmage, I'm going to give him that shot. Really, really nice decision there by the Q.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. The give to the tailback. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you...
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Finding an escape route. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Catch in the middle, it's Bush. They get him down at the 36, it will be a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. The Hurricanes heading quickly to the line. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 3rd down coming up.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Canes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air on first down. He wants to go deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. Right down the boulevard, it's good. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gator! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front, how good their pass rush has been.
They punt it away on fourth down. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I'm not surprised they went to him again. He's already had 2 rushing touchdowns. He's had some success and been physical. But how about the defense? Ready for him? I guess they've learned their lesson, right? They've already given up 2. They weren't giving up a third.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Unload. Right out. Quick completion on the out route. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. And the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense.
There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Gives it on the option. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field.
Brings up.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He's got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Going to swing it on second down. And as he throws, can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Complete to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but
lets it fly deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw it to him. So we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 20 points. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on third down. Going over the top. Catch inside the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Not they'll give him 1 to the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Marsh. Fires to the wideout. And his first pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Right back to the well.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
They've got the lead, but here in the 4th quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do. when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Picked up some yards on the last completion, but it's third down. Looking downfield, it's Marsh. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, going to the air. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the tight end. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gators are flying down the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Back to throw, it's Marsh. Quickly to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Gators come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're... Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kennesaw State is going to get out of Dodge with a win. This shave might have been a little closer than Owls fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Clock stops, and we've reached the cut into this big lead. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Brings it in down the left side. Finds some room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up with the onside kick. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. A strike downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Marsh. He's got an open man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might... Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. Touchdown, Gator! Fit it in the window for the score.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
To the air, it's Marsh. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Miami, 31.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat. Period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.